Now, ladies and gentlemen, our VIPs are making their entrance. Please welcome them with a big round of applause. 오늘 함께하고 계시는 귀빈 여러분들께서 입장을 하고 계십니다. 여러분 따뜻한 박수로 환영해 주시기 바랍니다. Yes, we are now having a VIPs and thank you very much once again. So please be seated to start the opening ceremony. Thank you so much for your cooperation. 네, 모두 자리에 착석하시는 대로 저희 개회식이 진행이 될 예정입니다. 다시 한번 함께해 주신 여러분께 진심으로 감사드리겠습니다. Once again, we'd like to give our deepest appreciation for being with us today and also for coming all the way to Daegu, Korea, despite your very busy schedule. And today's official language is English, but simultaneous interpretation will be provided you. Please use your service during the opening ceremony. Channel 3 for Korean, 4 for English. 오늘 행사는 한국어가 아닌 영어로 진행이 될 예정입니다. 통시 통역 수신기 이용을 하시면 되겠는데요. 채널 3번이 한국어입니다. 채널 3번 이용하시면 되겠습니다. 한국 참가자 여러분들께서는 동시 통역 서비스 필요하신 분들께서는 채널 3번 이용하시면 되겠습니다. As soon as our VIPs find their seats, I would like to begin the opening ceremony. Thank you very much for your cooperation. 모두 자리 착석하시는 대로 저희 개회식이 진행이 될 예정입니다. 조금만 더 기다려 주시기 바랍니다. Welcome to the Korea International Water Week 2023. Good morning, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests. My name is Moon So-ri, your MC for today's opening ceremony. Today's official language is English, but simultaneous interpretation will be provided. Please use your service during the opening ceremony. Channel 3 for Korean, 4 for English. Thank you very much once again. 반갑습니다. 오늘 여러분과 함께하게 된 아나운서 문소리입니다. 오늘 행사는 영어로 진행이 될 예정입니다. 그러나 한국어와 영어 동시 통역 서비스가 제공이 됩니다. 한국 참가자 여러분들께서는 채널 3번 이용하시면 되겠습니다. Yes, this event is quite a delightful and meaningful occasion as it is being held for the first time in 3 years after the onset of COVID-19. We are very glad to meet men and women working with water once again. Also, it is a personal honor to be part of your special reunion. Thank you very much for having me, and also would like to give our deepest gratitude to all participants for coming all the way to Daegu, Korea. Korea International Water Week 2023 will be a unique opportunity for us to reflect on the various activities discussed back in 2019 and implement changes or new solutions. We'll also be holding discussions with the main topic of sustainable water treatment for mankind and nature, with a focus on how to implement effective policies accounting for water-related disaster and consideration of climate change. We are very excited to hear everyone's input. Please give your interest to the very end of all programs for this event. So we'll make our opening declaration now. It's been 3 years, so please open our doors of today's event with a big cheer and applaud by saying Korea International Water Week 2023. Please join us. Now, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, will begin the opening ceremony for the Korean International Water Week 2023. Thank you very much for everyone's enthusiasm. Right, today we'll be able to consider our roles in creating a sustainable water management system for mankind and nature. So we tried to encapsulate the significance of our union in the video clip. So this is the video containing the main message for today's event. So ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen.
From the beginning of human civilization to the development of cities and rapid economic growth, water has been by our side for centuries. However, human-induced climate change and water issues are putting our survival at risk. As humanity is faced with the biggest challenge, what will our future look like? While we thought the Earth will stay the same, it has now seen its limit. While we thought water resources would be infinite, it was not. During the period of less than 200 years after the Industrial Revolution, unprecedented speed and scope of industrialization has led to environmental damages, prompting devastating global climate crises, such as drought, heavy rain, and typhoon. This is becoming a new norm, going beyond temporary phenomena, going beyond water disasters. Now the survival of our ecology, including water supply, food, and energy, is at stake. The immense task that lies ahead for water management can no longer be delayed nor neglected. It is high time to respond to this final signal the Earth is sending us. Climate change-induced water issues have no boundaries and require global cooperation. The Korea International Water Week, which began in 2016, is a leading global platform for discussion to resolve global water issues. Water-related leaders representing some 70 governments, public institutions, international organizations, and companies get together to share global water issues and seek practical ideas and solutions. Prioritizing the need to lay out practical policy-related solutions. It calls for global cooperation by concentrating on feasible, optimal solutions and technology. Held under the theme of sustainable water management for human and nature, The Korea International Water Week 2023 is now in its 6th event. It aims to share the insights and wisdoms of global leaders by focusing on the topic of water disaster risk management resilient to climate crisis. With the action declaration that entails the commitment of water leaders, the gathering seeks joint responses based on their know-how and experience, and raise public awareness of the importance of water through youth creativity competitions and cultural exchanges with citizens. In addition, we share sustainable ideas and technology to seek creative solutions to water issues. It also bridges international buyers with some 200 companies, enabling them to share their technology and experience, and create the social and economic value of the international water industry. Through various programs, including the major ones introduced above, Kiwi will discuss national, international policies for adoption and alleviation. It will be an opportunity to gather interest and understanding of water disaster risk management by serving the platform for international cooperation. Climate crisis and various water issues that the humanity faces. The solution to the crisis that we have prompted lies in our hands. Sustainable water management for human and nature. We will shape a sustainable future with you at the Korea International Water Week 2023.
Right, as our primary concern is to address the water-related issues arising from the climate change, an exhibition showcasing advanced technologies related to the climate change and water, alongside many other programs, is taking place. So we hope to find tangible and effective solutions to the problems we face through today's event. So Your Excellency's distinguished guests, to kick off today's opening ceremony, it is my great honor to first invite to the podium Her Excellency Ms. Han Hwa-jin, the Minister of Environment, Republic of Korea, for her opening remarks. Please welcome her with a big round of applause.
네, 안녕하십니까 여러분, 반갑습니다. 대한민국 환경부 장관 한화진입니다. 먼저 대한민국 국제물주간 2023을 찾아주신 모든 분께 진심으로 감사와 환영의 인사를 드립니다. 먼저 소중한 자리를 함께해 주신 자카라이아 뭉기네루 케냐 물위생관계부 장관님, 압둘 아이즈 빈 무하레브 아이샤이바니 사우디아라비아 물환경농업부 차관님, 틴 폴로 캄보디아 환경부 차관님, 파트리커 미국 수도협회 회장님, 아메 사치 세계물위원회 이사님을 비롯하여 각국 정부 대표와 주한 대사, 단체, 학계, 기업 관계자분들께 감사의 말씀을 드립니다. 또 바쁘신 일정에도 귀한 자리해 주신 김명자 카이스트 이사장님, 또 이병호 한국농어초공사 사장님, 이순탁 국제 수문 환경학회 회장님께 감사드립니다. 아울러 이번 국제물주간을 함께 준비해 주신 홍준표 대구광역시 시장님, 윤석대 한국수자원공사 사장님, 또 안병호 한국환경공단 이사장님, 곽교로 한국물포럼 총재님께도 감사의 말씀을 드립니다. 내외 귀빈 여러분, 지난 9월 유엔 총회 기후목표 정상회의에서 안토니우 구테우스 유엔 사무총장은 인류는 지옥의 문을 열었다라고 경고한 바 있습니다. 인류가 맞닥뜨린 기후위기가 그만큼 강력하고 엄중하다는 것입니다. 북아프리카 리비아에는 기록적 폭우로 댐이 붕괴되는 대홍수가, 또 소말리아에서는 40년 만의 가뭄에 따른 식량 부족으로 수많은 인명피해가 발생하였습니다. 한국도 예외는 아닙니다. 지난해부터 올해 봄까지 남부지방에 이어진 최장기간 가뭄으로 용수 공급이 제한되어 국민들은 큰 불편을 겪었습니다. 동시에 한반도 내륙 지방은 기록적인 집중호우와 태풍 카눈으로 도시 침수와 하천 제방 유실, 산사태와 같은 물 재해를 겪었습니다. 대한민국 정부는 일상화된 이상 기후에 국민 안전을 최우선으로 하는 물관리 정책의 전환을 추진하고 있습니다. 내년 5월부터 인공지능을 활용하여 홍수 특보 발령 지점을 대폭 확대하는 등 홍수 예경보 시스템을 고도화해 나갈 계획입니다. 아울러 극한 홍수에 대응하기 위해 신규 댐 건설과 기존 댐의 리모델링도 본격 추진하고 하천 준설 및 하천 정비 등을 통해 홍수 방어 인프라 시설을 확충해 나갈 계획입니다. 또한 안전하고 깨끗한 물을 확보하기 위해 하수 재이용, 지하수 저류댐, 해수 담소화 사업 등 대체 수자원을 다각화하고 있습니다. 이번 대한민국 국제물주간에서는 기후위기에 강한 물재해 위험 관리라는 주제로 나흘 동안 다양한 프로그램을 준비하였습니다. 각국의 물 분야 고위급이 참석하는 워터 리더스 라운드 테이블에서는 기후위기에 강한 물관리 정책에 대한 실천 의지를 담은 선언문을 채택하고 이에 대한 후속 조치를 논의하게 됩니다. 세계 물 포럼의 개최국 대표들이 참여하는 월드 워터 파트너십에서는 내년 5월 개최 예정인 세계 물 포럼을 위한 국제 협력 방안에 대해 논의합니다. 1층 전시관에는 월드 워터 챌린지, 코리아 주니어 워터 프라이즈와 같은 경연 프로그램과 함께 물 기술과 제품을 소개하는 전시회, 또 해외 바이어 초청 수출 상담회가 마련되어 있습니다. 여러분의 많은 관심과 참여 부탁드립니다. 이번 행사가 물관리 정책과 기술 교류의 장이자 대한민국 물산업이 세계로 뻗어나가는 소중한 기회가 되기를 기대합니다. 대한민국 국제물주간 2023에 관심을 가져주시고 참석해 주신 여러분과 또 대한민국을 대표하여 혁신적 물기술과 제품 전시회에 참여해 주신 기업과 단체 관계자 여러분께 다시 한번 감사드립니다. 행사 기간 동안 즐겁고 의미 있는 시간 되시길 바랍니다. 고맙습니다.
Thank you very much, Minister Han, for the introduction of Korean government implementation to protect the environment with a kind word. And thank you for creating the opportunity for government officials and water technology-related companies from around the world together. Thank you. And next, we'll have the welcoming remarks from Mr. Hong Jun-pyo, the mayor of Daegu Metropolitan City, for his welcoming remarks. Let's invite him with a big hand to the podium.
여기 여러분 반갑습니다. 대구광역시장 홍준표입니다. 대한민국 국제물주간 2023에 참석하기 위해 세계 각국에서 대구를 찾아주신 여러분들께 진심으로 감사의 말씀드립니다. 그리고 이 행사의 성공적인 개최를 위해서 물심양면으로 지원하고 준비해 주신 한화진 환경부 장관님을 비롯한 관계자 여러분들께도 감사의 말씀을 드립니다. 이번 국제물주간 2030은 기후위기에 강한 물재해 위험 관리라는 주제로 진행됩니다. 현실로 다가온 극한의 가뭄과 홍수, 태풍 같은 기후 재난 상황에서 물산업 전시회를 통한 비즈니스 워크의 장도 마련될 것입니다. 앞으로 우리 대구는 물 문제 해결과 물산업 중심 도시로서 세계 각국의 도시 및 국제기관들이 참여하는 국제 행사를 지속적으로 유지하고 파트너십을 구축해 나가도록 하겠습니다. 대한민국 국제물주간 2023을 통해서 물 문제로서 서로 노하우의 경험을 공유하시고 대구에서 행복하고 소중한 추억을 만들어 가시도록 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
Thank you very much, Mayor Hong, for welcoming everyone to Daegu and also highlighting the significance of today's event. Thank you very much once again. Yes, today many water-related high-ranking officials from around the world have come so far all the way here to Daegu. So why don't you invite some of them over for the congratulatory remarks. First of all, it is my great honor to invite to the podium Honorable Jasariha Mingi-Nar, Cabinet Secretary of Ministry of Water, Sanitation and Irrigation, Republic of Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome him with a big round of applause to the stage.
Greetings from the Republic of Kenya. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and great honor to be part of this wonderful roundtable bringing together leaders in the water sector from various government and non-government actors, including global water leaders of international organizations, academia, corporations, and NGOs. I'm privileged to have your audience. I congratulate our gracious host, Ms. Wang Jin-han, the Minister of Environment of the Republic of Korea, and the city of Daegu through Mayor Jun Pyo-hong for hosting the Korean International Water Week, and indeed, for bringing all these leaders together at one table. It is through such meetings of minds that we are reminded of the need for sustainable water management and the important role that it plays within the ecosystem in agriculture, industry, energy, and importantly, for human consumption. Minister Han, we appreciate the efforts of your ministry that has continued to invest in creating meaningful partnerships, sharing best practices, and driving innovation in the water sector across the globe. Kenya is particularly grateful to the Republic of Korea for partnering with our government agencies and financing projects within the water sector. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to say that Kenya has actively participated in previous Korean International Water Week events that we have found to be more important platforms for the establishment of Kenya-Korea water-related cooperation programs. Last year, at the sideline of the same forum, Korean International Water Week 2022, one of my institutions called Regional Center on Groundwater Resources signed a memorandum of understanding with your institution, that is International Center for Water Security and Sustainable Management. Currently, the operationalization of this MOU has progressed with IWSSM official visit to Kenya in August this year, where IWSSM and RCGM undertook on-site groundwater diagnosis and project identification exercise, which informed the need for establishment of IWSSM Nairobi desk office to be domiciled within the Regional Center for Groundwater premises. My ministry welcomed the establishment of this office, which is meant to facilitate collaborative groundwater research, knowledge exchange, and capacity building programs, ultimately contributing to water-related programs, both at national and regional level. Ladies and gentlemen, I acknowledge the partnership between the Salmon Corporation and other waterworks development agencies to develop the Ririka Dam bulk water supply project, which aims to increase water supply to the Gatundu and its environs. Korea Water is also collaborating with Athi Water Works Development Authority for the establishment of intelligent water loss management system in Nairobi through the Korean Knowledge Sharing Program and seeks to establish a master plan for water loss management in Nairobi City. Minister Han, it is important to underscore that your ministry have also adapted advanced technologies towards water resources management, especially on the use of reclaimed water for managed aquifer recharge and desalination of water. Korean MAR technology can be used in the Nairobi Aquifer MAR program currently under pre-feasibility phase, spearheaded by the Regional Center on Groundwater Resources. The deionization technology, coupled with the use of solar energy as a way of climate change adaptation, could be useful in alleviating water quality challenges along Kenyan coast, region aquifers, Nakuru Aquifer, and Turkana aquifers, among others. To achieve this, I urge you to deepen your engagement with my ministry through various agencies under the sector. This will enhance bilateral cooperations, partnership, and collaborations in the implementation of projects yielding benefits to both countries. Finally, it is my hope that through this forum and meeting of minds, we shall be able to share best practices and experiences in water management and make strides in coming up with solutions for water-related disasters and creating resilience amid the climate crisis. Once again, congratulations for successfully hosting this forum. We are confident that the collaborative initiatives stemming from this engagement will yield positive outcomes. Thank you.
Thank you for your message. Yes, so we are truly grateful to the Cabinet Secretary for his profound remarks. Thank you very much once again. And next, we'll have a congratulatory remarks from Mr. Patrick Kerr, the President of American Water Works Association, AWWA. Please welcome him with a big round of applause to the podium.
Minister of the Environment Han, Mayor of Daegu Hong, distinguished guests and fellow water professionals, greetings and thank you for assembling in this beautiful place in this wonderful country at this joyful time of year to move water forward. And thank you for the kind introduction. It is truly an honor to address you on behalf of the American Water Works Association and its 50,000 members. As the world's largest and oldest organization of water professionals, founded in the year 1881, we represent a diverse range of individuals who are passionate about ensuring access to clean and safe water for all. Our membership includes water utility operators, engineers, consultants, manufacturers, researchers, academics, environmentalists, regulators, and advocates. While our members mostly call North America home, the fact is we have members in 96 countries across the globe, including Korea, which we are thankful is home to the greatest number of AWWA international members. To those of you who are AWWA members, thank you for bringing your perspective, your ideas, your passion to all things water. To those of you who are not AWWA members or not yet members, thank you for sharing your passion and working collaboratively with others and with us on the issues we face. It is through the broadest diversity of ideas and a shared passion for solving the problems we face that we will reach the best solutions. It brings me immense pleasure to witness the flourishing exchange of knowledge between our international partners. Just a few months ago, AWWA welcomed numerous colleagues from South Korea to our annual conference and exhibition in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. To those of you in the audience who joined us this past June, I hope and trust you, like I, consider your time was well spent, that you made new friends and contemporaries, and that you came away with a great sense of accomplishment and better able to do your job, whatever that job may be. To everyone present here today and to your peers, we cordially invite you to join us at the annual conference in Anaheim, California next June. ACE's focus will be on the theme of transforming our water future. To that end, next year's conference program will address current and future water challenges to help ensure a sustainable and resilient future for water communities the world over. As we dig into similar discussions this week at Korea International Water Week, let us continue to work together to protect our planet's most vital resource, to protect the people who rely on us for their health and well-being, and to protect our most precious and fragile environment. While much of AWWA's work takes place in North America, our vision statement, A Better World Through Better Water, and one of AWWA's core principles is to engage and collaborate on a global scale. When I have the honor of participating in events such as KIWW, I am reminded of how much we can learn from each other's experiences. It is this sharing of knowledge and spirit of collaboration that will allow us to overcome all of the world's existing and yet to be identified future water challenges. Speaking of the future, I would like to talk just a moment about a project happening at AWWA. We call it Water 2050, and it's important to envision and plan for the future of water. You see, only by focusing on the future can we shape that future. Our goal with Water 2050 is to bring the best and brightest minds together, not to solve today's problems, but to chart a path which will allow us to serve our customers' future needs, wherever those customers are, whatever their needs may be, and to assure water service is safe, affordable, and reliable, even given the ever-evolving climate we face. One of the key recommendations that came out of our Water 2050 think tanks we held last year was establishing a climate-resilient future. This recommendation aligns perfectly with the theme of this conference, Sustainable Water Management for Human and Nature. Specifically, our first Water 2050 think tank focused on sustainable water management, where we considered how to achieve a circular water economy, how to better prepare ourselves for climate and human-caused disasters, and how to reduce the water community's impact on climate. I hope you will also consider how you might become a part of the Water 2050 initiative going forward. I'm also grateful to be here to expand our personal and professional relationships and discover how we can make a better world through better water together. We are off to a wonderful start, and I wish for each of you a beneficial time here at the Korea International Water Week in Daegu. Again, 감사합니다 from your friends at AWWA.
Thank you very much, Mr. Patrick, for your outstanding message and also for dedication in addressing water disaster caused by abnormal climate and also sustainably manage water. Thank you very much once again. And we are also joined by the Professor Ahmed Sati, a board member from the World Water Council. I would like to invite him on stage for his welcoming and congratulatory remarks. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Minister of Environment of Republic of Korea, Ms. Hwee-jin Han, Minister of Water and Sanitation and Irrigation of Kenya, Mr. Zakaria, Honorable Host, Mayor of Daegu Metropolitan City, Dr. Shabani from Saudi Arabia, my friend. There are so many other dignitaries that I don't have time to say the names, but I will use my time to give 3 messages. I'm here on behalf of World Water Council. I will explain what World Water Council does, and then I will talk about the 10th World Water Forum, which will take place in Bali, Indonesia, next May 2024. And I will talk about the climate change and water disasters that we just watched the movie on. The World Water Council has been established about 27 years ago. It has about 260 member organizations from 52 countries. Their numbers are increasing. These are not exact. We cover about 5 continents. And it's an international multi-stakeholder platform. It's multi-stakeholder because we have colleges, on academicians, government organizations, non-government organizations, and private companies. And it has a great network. And the mission is to work on the water problems, to activate motion, and to get the policy makers involved in decision making. And we focus on water security and hydro policy. Transboundary waters are the main issues we work on. The World Water Forum, the fora, takes place every 3 years. So as I have said, the next one is in Bali next May. We have about 5 months left. And the forum have 3 processes. The first is the thematic processes. We have regional processes where we have people from different regions. They come together and they discuss the regional problems. And for me, the most important part is the political process where we have high-level ministers. And at the end of the political process, we try to have a declaration where the ministers, they give promises to solve the water problems we dealt with. And we have seen that the catastrophes we face, the global water problems, needs cooperation. We cannot act alone as nations. In a way, nature is forcing us to cooperate with each other. And for this cooperation, we need a platform and we need networking. So we think the World Water Fora is a good instrument for this. And talking about climate change, the United Nations Climate Summit, COP28, is taking place now. And for the first time in their history, they have dedicated 1 day for health. So we are learning that climate change is affecting human health, animal health, and environmental health. And of 3 different healths, we consider them now under one name recently as One Health. So we'll be discussing One Health issues in the World Water Forum 5 months later. And we talked about climate change disasters, floods, droughts, etc. I'll not go into details of this, but there are disasters like earthquakes, wars, where the after effects are very important concerning water. So sometimes after the earthquakes, people live in conditions, dire conditions, where they don't have enough drinking water, potable drinking water, and sanitary conditions. And sometimes more people die because of diseases that come out of this sanitation problems. One thing COVID pandemic taught us is that we could detect the pandemic from wastewater. You can analyze the wastewater for RNA, and you can tell whether the pandemic was increasing or decreasing, and even you can detect the asymptotic patients that do not show any sign of the disease. So we are trying to use this concept for the vulnerable people after these disasters. So many people die of cholera, dysentery, and other diseases. So we can detect all of these using wastewater. So we call water and wastewater as the mirror of the society. So no matter how we try, wars will continue on Earth, unfortunately. And as a result, we have lots of innocent people, babies, and civilians, they die. We should not use water as a war weapon. It has been used rarely in history. They have burst some dams and etc. But I think it's going to be used more now and in the future. So we should not allow it. My friend, Monsieur Fouchon, who is the president of the World Water Council, when he gives an opening speech like this, he usually talks about the concept that water is political. Yes, water is political. So we will ask the help of the politicians, high decision makers, to solve these world problems I have just mentioned, so that our children, the coming generations, will have a safe future. I thank very much to the Korean Republic government and the city of Daegu inviting us here and giving us this chance. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the introduction, the special event organized by the World Water Council. Thank you. So now, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we will have the promotion video clip for this event.
Water is the lifeblood of our planet. Sustaining all living beings, nourishing our communities, and connecting us in profound ways. For the agriculture practices, to ensure food security. For sustainable living, for the economic growth, and also uplift rural communities. We recognize that our prosperity is intricately linked to the responsible management of water. We must honor and protect our water sources for the well-being today, but also for future biodiversity. Currently, as the world navigates towards a better future, the quest for equitable and enduring water access has taken center stage, with water becoming scarcer. The global community is coming together to ensure this vital resource is secured for generations to come. Connecting across borders and cultures, they converge to share insights, strategies, and innovations. Through the World Water Forum, a powerful platform that is held every 3 years. Now, the 10th edition transcends the previous forum, fostering an unprecedented dialogue by introducing 6 critical sub-themes. These sub-themes, carefully crafted, stand as pillars of collective effort to address water challenges. Water security and prosperity. Water for humans and nature. Disaster risk reduction and management. Governance, cooperation, and hydrodiplomacy. Sustainable water finance. And lastly, knowledge and innovation. From policymakers to scientists, entrepreneurs to community leaders, this vibrant assembly engages in robust discourse to harness the transformative power of water for prosperity.
We need to increase the security of water resources all over the world to protect water against climate evolution and population growth. We need water for humans and water for nature. At the next World Water Forum in Bali, Indonesia, let's work together to convince that water is politics and declare stop ignoring water.
So, join us at the 10th World Water Forum. In Bali, Indonesia, we find inspiration in the beauty and balance of nature. We strive to be custodians of our environment, protecting our rivers, lakes, and oceans. As we celebrate water for shared prosperity, let's create a future where every drop of water is cherished and every community thrives.
Pengelolaan sumber daya air secara efisien dan terpadu merupakan agenda yang harus kita kerjakan bersama agar air bisa dikelola dan bisa dimanfaatkan untuk kemakmuran bersama.
Register now at worldwaterforum.org. See you in Bali 2024.
Thank you. And also, thank you very much once again, the Professor Ahmed Satsi, to introduce about the World Water Forum. Please give your interest and also join in the World Water Forum, which will be taking place in Bali in 2024 next year. Today we have the honor to be joined by the head of Korean water-related institutions. So let us also invite some of them to have a word. First of all, I would like to invite Mr. Yoon Seok-tae, president of K-Water Public Institutions, which offers water-related services, for his commemorative speech. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome him with a big round of applause to the podium.
존경하는 참석자 및 귀빈 여러분, 안녕하십니까? 한국수자원공사 사장 윤석대입니다. 바쁘신 와중에도 대한민국 국제물주간에 함께해 주신 한화진 환경부 장관님, 홍준표 대구시장님, 자카라이아 몽기네로 케냐 물위생관계부 장관님, 그리고 주한 대사님들을 비롯한 모든 분들께 진심으로 감사의 말씀을 드립니다. 지금 전 세계는 기후변화와 그로 인한 위기 극복이라는 공통의 현안을 마주하고 있습니다. 기후변화로 가장 큰 영향을 받는 것이 바로 물이며 위기 극복의 해답도 바로 물에 있습니다. 이번 대한민국 국제물주간의 주제처럼 인간과 자연을 위한 지속 가능한 물 관리를 위한 혁신적 정책과 기술이 그 어느 때보다도 필요한 시점입니다. 저희 K-워터는 물, 에너지, 도시에 이르기까지 다백면에 걸쳐서 노하우와 전문성, 혁신적 기술과 데이터베이스 등 선두적인 물 종합 솔루션을 보유한 글로벌 물 기업입니다. 지속 가능한 물 관리를 위한 끊임없는 기술 개발을 통해 물 관리 전 분야에서 세계 최초 그리고 최고의 수준으로 첨단 디지털 기술을 시연해 나가고 있습니다. 또한 이러한 첨단 물 관리 기술과 역량을 바탕으로 친환경 재생 에너지 이용 확대와 탄소 중립 실현을 위한 국제 협력을 추진 중에 있습니다. 그간에 42개국 146개의 ODA 사업을 완료하였고 2023년 현재 25건의 ODA 사업을 개발 시행하고 있습니다. 최근에는 아프리카의 보츠와나와 150억 규모의 통합 물 관리 시스템 구축 사업을, 그리고 사우디아라비아의 제다시와 등 도시 홍수 디지털 트윈 물 관리 플랫폼 구축 사업도 추진하고 있습니다. 근본 대한민국 국제물주간의 성공적 개최를 위해 K-워터는 6개의 세션과 자체 전시관을 운영하고 25개 국내 기업이 참여하는 기업 공동 홍보관 전시를 지원하고 있습니다. 이를 통해 K-워터만의 특화된 물 분야 첨단 기술과 해외 사업 역량을 알리고 대한민국 물 기업들이 리딩하고 있는 초순수, 누수 저감, 스마트 물 관리, 신재생 에너지 등 물관리 혁신 기술의 전파 확산에 기여하고 있습니다. K-워터가 준비한 세션과 기업들과 함께하는 전시관에 여기 계신 여러분들의 많이 방문하셔서 다양한 협력과 사업 논의를 나누어 주시기를 희망합니다. 끝으로 근본 대한민국 국제물주간이 기후 위기를 극복하고 새로운 물의 시대를 맞이하는 전환점이 되기를 기대합니다. 감사합니다.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yoon, for sharing with us your thoughtful word to make our gathering shine. Thank you very much once again with the introduction of K-Water. From the Korean Rural Community Cooperation, which is closely linked with water management, such as agricultural water management, CEO Lee Byung-ho is joining us today, so why don't I invite him to the stage for his another congratulatory speech. Please welcome him with a big round of applause.
네, 여러분 반갑습니다. 한국농어촌공사 사장 이병호입니다. 먼저 대한민국 국제물주관 2023 개최를 진심으로 축하드립니다. 오늘 물 분야 전문가 여러분과 지속 가능한 물 관리를 위한 지혜를 나눌 수 있게 되어 매우 뜻깊게 생각합니다. 매년 대한민국 정부를 대표해 국제물주관 행사를 주최하고 계신 한화진 환경부 장관님, 또 홍준표 대구광역시장님, 윤석대 한국수자원공사 사장님과 안병옥 환경공단 이사장님께 깊은 감사의 말씀을 드립니다. 또한 행사 개최를 위해 늘 애써주고 계시는 곽겨로 한국물포럼 총재님께도 깊은 감사의 말씀을 드립니다. 아울러 먼 곳에서 귀한 걸음 해주신 아메사치 세계물위원회 이사님과 주한 대사 여러분, 그리고 국제기구 대표님을 비롯한 해외 전문가 여러분께도 감사와 환영의 말씀을 드립니다. 한국농어촌공사는 국민 여러분께 안전한 먹거리 또 풍성한 수확의 기쁨을 드리고자 한 세기가 넘는 기간 동안 농업용수 공급에 최선을 다해왔습니다. 식량이 부족했던 과거에는 농업 생산 능력 확대를 위한 안정적인 용수 공급이 가장 중요한 사명이었고 지금도 변함없는 우리 공사의 핵심 임무입니다. 이제 농업 용수의 개념이 식량 생산을 넘어 국민의 생활과 환경, 생물 다양성을 지키는 국가 자원의 한 축으로 확장되면서 우리 공사의 역할 또한 환경 변화의 흐름에 발맞춰 다변화하고 있습니다. 공사는 농업 용수를 하천 유지, 지하수 함량, 생태계 보존 등을 위해 효율적으로 사용할 수 있도록 디지털 기술을 활용한 스마트 물관리 기반 확산에 속도를 더하고 있고 체계적인 수질 관리는 물론 기후위기 대응을 위한 수리시설물의 안전성 강화에도 최선을 다하고 있습니다. 거대한 변화와 다양한 위기가 공존하는 불확실성의 시대에서 깨끗하고 풍부한 물을 안정적으로 확보하는 일은 그 어느 때보다 중요한 과제가 되었습니다. 더불어 우리는 미래 세대에 더 나은 수자원을 물려줘야 할 책임과 의무도 갖고 있습니다. 이렇게 중요한 시기에 전 세계 물 전문가 여러분과 한자리에 모여 지속 가능한 물 관리에 대한 심도 있는 논의를 할 수 있게 되어 매우 뜻깊고 기쁘게 생각합니다. 더 늦기 전에 인간과 자연이 공존할 수 있는 물 순환 체계를 구축하고 예측이 어려운 위기 상황에서도 물 안보를 안전하게 지켜낼 수 있는 효과적인 방안이 마련되어야 합니다. 우리 한국농어촌공사는 지구촌 물 문제에 대한 실질적인 해결책 마련에 힘을 보태기 위해 그동안 축적해온 경험과 기술력은 물론 국내외 다양한 기관들과의 거버넌스를 늘 여러분과 함께 공유해 나갈 것입니다. 또한 이번 국제물주관 행사에서 논의된 내용들을 공사가 추진하는 모든 사업에 적극적으로 반영하여 물관리 기술의 고도화를 이루고 농업용수의 다원적 가치가 우리 삶을 더욱 윤택하게 만들 수 있도록 노력해 나갈 것입니다. 이번 행사가 물관리의 더 나은 미래를 위한 지혜의 장이 되길 바랍니다. 뜻깊은 자리를 마련해 주신 관계자 여러분, 그리고 자리를 빛내주고 계신 모든 내외 귀빈 여러분이 건승을 기원합니다. 감사합니다.
Thank you very much. Please allow me to express our gratitude to the CEO of Rural Community Cooperation, Lee Byung-ho, for coming all the way here to Daegu to personally congratulate the event and for providing us with kind of remarks. Thank you very much once again. Now we'll put our heads together to consider our roles in creating a system of sustainable water management in the wake of severe floods and droughts resulting from climate change. Now we'll have a keynote lecture on the integrated water resources management in the era of climate polycrisis, A former 70th Minister of Ministry of Environment of Republic of Korea, and the chairperson of the Board of KAES and KAES, Ms. Kim Myung-ja, who partakes in various environmental activities, will be joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome her with a big round of applause for her keynote speech.
Is this on? 어떻게 키죠?
So she will just share with us the insight
켜주세요.
about the issues with the water. So please.
Good morning, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to be with you today for this Korea International Water Week 2023 occasion. And my especially at the critical time of global poly crisis and incredible transformation. My presentation today will be on integrated water resource management in the era of climate poly crisis, and consists of two parts. One, for how serious is the climate crisis as existential threat related to water resource, and the other for how we can manage the integrated, how can we shift to the paradigm of integrated water resource management to cope with the challenges related to climate crisis. I have only 15 minutes for keynote, and I have 30 plus slides, so I will be very brief with each slide. First, IPCC, established in 1988, published 6 annual reports from 1990 to this year, 2023. And the annual report 5, published in 2013, said human activities attributed to global warming with over 95% probability. And the chairperson from 2015 to 2023, Dr. Hwae-sung Lee said there are benefits globally to limit the global surface temperature increase to 1.5 or 2 degrees, but we are not seeing them. Solving this problem is key. Now, according to World Economic Forum's 2023 Global Risk, the key findings are the cost of with regard to the cost of living and the geopolitical fragmentation, and mention that technology will exacerbate inequalities, and climate mitigation and climate adaptation efforts are set up for a risky trade-off while nature collapses. Food, fuel, food, energy, and water, and coastal crisis exacerbate social vulnerability. So the conclusion is, as volatility in multiple domains grows in parallel, the risk of polycrisis accelerates. These two graphs show you the climate, how the temperature, global surface temperature, has increased from the year 1850 to 2020. 1850 is before two decades prior to the second industrial revolution. And accordingly, the greenhouse gas emissions increased in parallel, resulting from human activities like this on the right side graph. And with regard to cumulative carbon dioxide emissions from the industrial era, you can see that the advanced economy contributed a great deal to the accumulated carbon dioxide emissions. The specific figures are in the below. And on the other hand, climate change vulnerability by region until 2021 is depicted on the right side in red. The severe the vulnerability, the red becomes intense. So developing countries suffer most from the carbon dioxide emissions, from the climate crisis impact. This complicated diagram shows the mechanisms, characteristics, and socioeconomic threats arising from climate change. Human activities and climate change mechanism, so the emission of greenhouse gas affects in various ways, as you can see in major climate characteristics, and the consequences are the major threats in every corner of our living. So the most prominent is conflict on strategic resources, meaning energy, food, and water. This graph shows global reported natural disasters by time from 1970 to 2023. You can see the blue, that meaning flood, and then extreme weather events come ranked the first and the second. Inland freshwater lakes disappear, leading to desertification, as you can see in the case of Lake Chad in Africa. And what countries are most in danger from rising sea levels? China, India, Bangladesh. And the matter of the fact is that 40% of the world's population live on the seashore. And marine pollution results in such harmful effects as harm to living resources, human health, and so forth. A whale was found dying off the coast of Norway with 30 colorful plastic bags in its stomach in 2017. And this is as a result of climate crisis-related disasters, displacement related to displacement occurred all over the world, as shown in this graph. And 2023 summer shows the hottest recorded temperature ever since the recording has started. And next 5 years, we'll see recorded high temperature in the history of the world. And there are tipping points like melting of ice caps and glaciers and circulation change, biodiversity loss, and whatnot. And we worry about the coincidence of these tipping points at the same time without any control. History tells us that classic Maya civilization collapsed because of climate change. This paper was published in Science 2012. Now, I'll talk about water. 71% of Earth's surface is covered in water. However, 0.3% is accessible to humans as drinking water. That's the fact. So, water security becomes a significant challenge for many countries. And water politics or hydropolitics become the buzzword. Conflict over water resource will become serious. And it happened about 4,000 years ago. It already happened in the old age. If I introduce Blue Gold documentary, World Water Wars, this documentary examines the environmental and political implications of the planet's dwindling water supply. And there will be fight over water. Water war was forecasted. Blue gold or new gold is water. And water stress by country, 2040, you can see the red region. And only 1 out of 3 people one out of 3 people don't have access to clean drink water. That's the fact. And year 2050, we'll see the increase in water demand in manufacturing factor and also electricity generation. And there are physical water scarcity and also economic water scarcity, meaning a slightly different meaning. Economic water scarcity means human, institutional, and financial capital limit hinders access to water, even though there are water physically. And physical water scarcity is the other way around. And as you know, SDG 17 in 2015, there is water quality. Number 6 is regarding water. And if you see the rest of the SDGs, you can see that water is related to all SDGs, implicitly and explicitly. international trends in strengthening water management, the Dublin principles, and they emphasize smart water management system, green infrastructure, and global water-related industry is growing with an annual growth rate of 3%. And the integrated management of water quality and quantity, ecology, and other environmental sectors should be integrated in water governance system. Based on my experience as environment ministers, I selected some of security challenges in water resource management. There are too many challenges in integrated water resource management. Groundwater level dropping with increasing contamination. There are so many. In the interest of time, I'll skip this. And best practices. We should learn from best practices each other from another country. And there is some cases shown here. France succeeded in managing water resources and aquatic biodiversity and solidarity. And they have National Water Committee, Basin Committee, Water Development and Management Plan. And the Netherlands, Delta Project is famous, a flood control project. And they are upgrading the Dutch project, re-accelerating the project to address the increasing impact of climate change. And Israel is exposed to water scarcity and the risk of conflict with neighboring countries. And it established the Water Authority and implemented successful policies and measures to cope with the water scarcity. And recycled, as you can see, Israel is the largest user of recycled effluent water for agriculture across OECD countries. And ROK, we implemented integration of water management policy and also integration of river management policy. And this is my experience. 2 decades ago, I served as minister from 1999 to 2003. At that time, we established the Water Comprehensive Measures Special Act by designating water-side zones, introducing the total pollution system, and restricting the use of pesticides and fertilizers, etc. Challenges and opportunities are okay. High-tech industries, such as semiconductor industry, require large quantities of ultra-pure water. So, ultra-pure water production is our challenge. And micropollutants control becomes important. Convergence of traditional water supply and wastewater technologies with the so-called fourth industrial revolution technology is our new mode of revolution in water-related industries. Key technology, key industry, and best practices in case of Korea, ROK was summarized here. ICT, based on ICT, we are emphasizing the smart integrated water management and using AI will be a big new emerging trend. And our case, overseas major projects, 4 cases: Pakistan, Patrind hydropower plant; Georgia, Nenskra hydropower plant; Solomon Tina hydropower plant; and Indonesia's Carrion waterworks are some examples. So my conclusion is that we need global, international, global and regional cooperation in integrated water management, best practices and knowledge and technology to cope, to address the challenges related to climate crisis, climate policy crisis. And the task, the items are so many. This should be integrated, and we should learn from the success stories and also failures from each other, from among ourselves. So the most important keyword is cooperation. But we live in the era of low international cooperation. So that is our task, to overcome the low international cooperation to high international cooperation. And I will give you 2 examples of UN, of water-related institutions, UN Water and Aquafed. Time is over. So I will stop here. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your remarkable presentation, which enabled us to reflect on how the climate crisis is changing the environment and think about how we should manage water sustainably. Thank you very much once again. It would be remiss of us to not celebrate today's occasion with a performance. So we have a special performance in store for you today with the Korean International Water Week's theme of implementation of water management resilient to climate change. So through the performance featuring Korea's cultural dance and media facades, we will have an opportunity to contemplate the effects of water-related disaster on our communities. Not only that, but it also illustrates the need for cooperation in order to overcome these challenges. So now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our wonderful performing group with a big round of applause to the stage. So why don't you give another big round of applause for the wonderful performance? Thank you very much. Yes, today's performance just visualized how we will overcome rising water level, increase in the frequency of flood and droughts, and the destruction of iceberg brought on by climate change. It was quite wonderful, and also we did examine what severe conditions our Earth is in through the performance. Thank you very much. Now we should wrap up our opening ceremony after taking a commemoratory photograph with all our distinguished guests from all around the world. So please wait a moment for a setup. Our staff will be help you to where you should be, and they will be assisting our distinguished guests sitting in the first and the second and third row. And the other participants, please wait for us for a moment to wrap up all the official programs of the opening ceremony. Thank you very much for your kind cooperation. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I respectfully ask invited guests sitting in the front row, first row. So would you please come to the stage to take a commemorative photograph? To take a commemorative photograph, first of all, I would like to invite our distinguished guests sitting at the first row. 첫 줄에 앉아 계시는 귀빈 여러분들 먼저 무대로 모시겠습니다. To record this precious moment, it is quite a meaningful time to take a commemorative photograph. Also, this will be the part of history in the water industry. Thank you very much. And continuing next, we shall have our distinguished guests sitting at the second row. Would you please come up to the stage? Thank you so much for your cooperation. Right, our venture to manage a cleaner and safer will start once more here in Daegu. And next, I invite you on the third row. Please come to the stage. 그리고 세 번째 줄에 앉아 계신 저희 귀빈 여러분들 무대로 모시겠습니다. Please join us to take a commemorative photograph. And also, please join us and help us pass down cleaner water to our future generation in the duration of our event. Thank you for joining us. We'll take a photo 2 times. 2번에 나눠서 찍겠습니다. First of all, let's take one standing still with a bright smile. 먼저 정자세로 밝은 미소로 함께 사진을 찍겠습니다. So now we'll take a full photo. Face to the camera. You show us a big smile. 3, 2, 1. 한 번 더 찍겠습니다. 오늘 개회를 축하하는 의미로 박수를 치면서 한번 사진 찍겠습니다. As we upload to celebrate this gathering, we'll take a photo. Please, looking at the camera, show us a big smile for the bright future. 되셨나요? 충분한 것 같습니다. So, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your cooperation. So, to our esteemed participants, thank you very much for being with us at the very end of opening ceremony. And also our distinguished guests will now be over for the exhibition tour and the ribbon cutting ceremony. I would like to thank all our attendees once again for your patience. With that, we should conclude our opening ceremony. 저희 이렇게 회식은 모두 마무리 짓겠고요. VIP 여러분께서는 리본 커팅 세레머니를 위해서 전시장 쪽으로 이동을 하시겠습니다. And to those of you who are invited the VIP luncheon, there will be a ribbon cutting ceremony in front of the exhibition venue of the expo hall located in the first floor. Please make your way to the first floor to have a ribbon cutting ceremony. Thank you. 고맙습니다.